He asked if I would still laugh at the question if I would pitch by the end of the year, and I said, yeah, I would definitely still laugh at you. It wasn't specifically at you, but it was. No, I mean, yeah, everybody says with nerves, it's just it's a time thing. I'm doing everything I possibly can to get it going, and I know that everybody tells me that it will come back quickly. And I'd say I'm just in that lull right now where I'm just trying to keep the body going and be ready to go as soon as I can.
What is the plan of action for you? So you've got a plan to get it going. What are you doing now?
I mean, a lot of that's just in terms of like strengthening the shoulder. We still are using, like I would say, throwing a few times. Throwing is like an exercise right now. It's not like there's a progression that's in place. But throwing is a natural movement for me, and I know exactly how my arm should be feeling when I'm at full strength and full range of motion. So it's a good way for me to get feedback. So I've stayed at 30 throws at 60 feet just to feel that and make sure that all those things are in line.
What has the fact finding been like for you? Have you traveled to figure out?
Oh yeah. I've talked to people all over the country. Traveled from coast to coast. Scott Hacker, our PT, is a freaking warrior, and yeah, we're learning things about the nervous system. At least I am, that I never thought I would learn about. But obviously, not leaving any stone unturned. And yeah, it's just a rehab process, just a grueling process, you know.
Mike said so many times that it's a historical injury without really getting into what it is. I mean, why? Can you explain that just a bit more? What he is talking about, and why you're so confident that you are going to pitch again this year?
Yeah. Well, I'll handle the second part of that easier.
Okay.
If you look at other nerve injuries, one of the guys that I actually had Hacker, our PT, reach out to the Tigers PT because Parker Meadows had the nerve issue in it with his bicep. And based on my progress in, what's it been, 3.5 weeks? Based on my progress in the 3.5 weeks, the Tigers PT was like, oh my God, that's night and day. Like, he's so much more advanced than where Parker was at this stage, which gives me confidence. It was not the same nerve. You would have to fact check what his nerve was. Mine's a long thoracic nerve. And so if you look up like any long thoracic nerve injuries in baseball, there are none. There are a ton in other overhead athletes. And so we're just in that like discovery phase of what helped them get back, but obviously they're not throwing baseballs like I am. Seen it in softball, seen it in swimming, volleyball, and so it's tennis. So it's like those types of injuries that we're trying to fall back on. I mean, we're using it kind of as an exercise. So that's the main thing of, it's just a natural feel for me. What I keep saying is I don't feel like I'm moving the exact same I was before. And I think that's just a strength thing. And so I feel like once I get my strength to a certain level, then throwing would be easy. Back to normal.
Do you have any idea when the next step is, or is that the
Fortunately not. Yeah, that's the frustrating part. And I've had days where I've been really, really frustrated with it and been really sore and felt like I didn't get much activity that day, and then wake up the next day and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I can pitch in a game right now. So it's taking it step by step and knowing that it can fire when it fires, but obviously it's that annoying process. I got a ton of confidence that what we're doing is the correct thing to do, and I've felt my body progress in great ways, so I'm very confident that I will pitch by the end of the year.
How many cities have you been to since this was?
Oh, we'll keep that in my delta miles.
Mike, I just ask you, how are you handling it mentally? Just not being
It was tough originally, and it's more so the unknown, like you were talking about. It's like if you have a standard injury, you know, like this is the throwing program, this is the strength thing you have to do. But I asked Hacker, he said he would actually rather work with somebody that has these weird injuries just because it tests his abilities, you know, and he's learning stuff that he didn't know before. And I think that he'll be very well versed in this in a couple months. So we're it's annoying, but I got that positive outlook now.
Thank you.
Thanks, yeah.